So which blush duo did I use to get this flushed, glowy look? Stay tuned to find out. Today is gonna be about Powdr and the new Double Take Cream and Powder Blush. Now, I know that this has been reviewed by pretty much everybody, and I was gonna pick it up right away because I actually do love Powdr's products and his general aesthetic, and I really liked the way that these all looked, but I've been purchasing so many things, and as we've discussed, we're all wearing masks. A lot of people aren't seeing my face anyway. Do I really want to purchase more makeup? I'm trying to kind of scale back on the purchases that I'm making. But I had seen so many content creators rave about the product, the formula, and this particular shade in She's So LA being a unique shade. This is the palette, and if you're not familiar with it, so it's Powdr, it's this gorgeous, and I've already got like a million fingerprints all over it, guys, but it's that reflective rose gold packaging that he does. It's beautiful. It's really well done. It opens from there's like a lip on the bottom, so it opens like that. There's the powder product and the cream product that has this little plastic covering, which I really, really like. And like I said, I wasn't gonna purchase it, but everyone raved about it so much, and the color story looked unique. There are 4 shades. One is this She's So LA, which is a neutral tan kind of shade. There's a berry shade, a pink shade, and a peach shade, and I don't remember all the names right now, but I will put them below. And I went with this one because, like I said, this was the one that everyone seemed to say was a really unique shade, because not too many people use blush that looks more like, frankly, a bronzer. And it's interesting, I've been actually thinking about this a lot lately, about the 80s. I was a teenager in the 80s, and the trend back then was to use blush as a contour. There really wasn't such a thing as contour, at least the way we think of it now. But you always used your blush as a contour. So oftentimes the blushes had sort of a brown undertone to them so that they worked well. Sometimes they didn't. That's why you'll get those pictures with the kind of pink streak up your face. But so I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get this blush and try it. So I don't have anything on my face except for my foundation. I'm going through all my foundations. There's a lot of them. I'm gonna do a entire foundation collection video, but I want to wear every single foundation multiple times before I do the video. So it's taking a while because I have a lot. So we're not gonna talk about the foundation today, but I do have on a foundation today. I do have my brows done. I have a little bit of lip liner, and that's it. I did not put any eyeshadow on, one, because I really do want this to be about the Powdr product, but also because I've had some sort of reaction to something I used on my eyes, some eyeshadow, because I haven't used any new primers or anything, that has given me kind of an allergic reaction. And as I've mentioned, I have very, very sensitive skin. And people always say that. They're like, oh, my skin is sensitive. No, my skin is reactionary. Is the better word I should use. And so what will happen is I will break out in like a red scaly rash. It's not eczema, it's not really rosacea, it's a reaction to whatever the product was, an allergic reaction. So it takes a couple days for it to clear up. So I decided I wasn't gonna do any eyeshadow for a couple of days, and we'll see how it settles down. So when I get closer up, you might notice that. Just wanted to mention it. It's nothing to do with any of the products. It's just me and having allergies. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use the Gucci powder, which I reviewed in a video recently, and the Gucci bronzer in addition to the Powdr product, because although a lot of people have done the Powdr videos and reviews, I don't think anyone's paired them up yet. So I thought it might be interesting to see how the Gucci bronzer looks with the Powdr, because the Gucci bronzer, at least the shade that I bought, which it's still very confusing to me, is the 01. And the 01 is supposed to be fair. That is not fair. It's got a red undertone. I actually think it looks nice on me, and you guys will let me know if you think it does or doesn't. But it'll be interesting to see how it looks with the Patrick Ta. I'm really tempted to buy the Gucci bronzer in 03, which is medium, because I've seen it on 2 other content creators and it looked light and it looked golden. So I'm not sure what's happening at this point, but I'm gonna wait a little while and see how things settle out, because I don't know if they're messing up. I don't know if maybe that's why they pulled from Sephora, because maybe the shades were wrong. I don't know. So for now, but it is available on Saks. At least it was last time I looked as I'm recording this video. So let's go ahead and do the powder first. This is the Gucci powder. I'll bring you in a little bit closer. And what I'm gonna do with the Gucci powder is I'm literally just gonna pounce a little bit on my skin to create a nice barrier. I really do like this powder. It is heavily fragranced. So if you have a problem with fragrances, it's not for you. This is shade 02. That's the shade. The camera can pick that up. There we go. It's a good shade for me. This actually came in, I think, 10 shades. It was not the lightest. The lightest was like a 00. And I don't have any problems with that fragrance or that product. My skin doesn't react to that. So at least I know it's not that one because I had tested it out before. Sometimes I do react to certain fragrances, and I don't necessarily. There are fragrances that I actually do love in products. The Guerlain Meteorites, I really do love the scent of that. The Gucci scent, I really do enjoy. But I do have concerns, and I know a lot of people have concerns about the fragrances that are in products and the reactions that people have to them. Because I have a reaction on my eyes right now to something and I don't know what it was. It could have been, maybe there was a fragrance in something, maybe there was a pigment, I don't know. So the idea of clean ingredients, the lesser ingredients in something, the better off, frankly, we all are. But I know it's difficult to find products that are clean and also really effective. I did a clean beauty video last week. And there's a lot of good products in there if you're interested in clean beauty. I like pretty much everything I talk about in there. There's a few that I'm not thrilled with, but for the most part, I like them. And I would say the Westman Atelier and the Victoria Beckham lines are my favorite. And the Kosas bronzer, which is, as you all know, an amazing product. Okay, so let's go in. So I'm gonna use the Chikuhodo cheek brush. This is a very light brush. And I'm gonna go in with the shade. I will swatch these guys, but first I wanna put them on my face. And I'm gonna go in with the powder first. Oh, it's really pretty. And the reason I'm going in with the powder first is, one, that's what Patrick Ta recommends. And two, I feel like, and I have done this before, it kind of gives a nice sheen when you put a cream on top of a powder. It also lasts longer. But in this particular instance, it's really because that is what Patrick Ta has suggested. Okay, so there's the cheek product, and She's So LA, just the powder. I think that's a really nice shade. It's not too dark for me. I'm very pale. I think it looks very healthy, very pretty. Yeah, I think that's great. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my finger, actually, in the cream. And I'm just and I'll go over with a sponge, but that looks really pretty. Wow. Okay. I see what the fuss is about. That's really nice. It kind of gives you like a glow. Like a healthy glow. Now I'm tempted to get all the shades, but yeah, it looks really good. Okay. All right, so let's try the bronzer with it and see what happens. I could totally destroy the look or not. We're about to find out. So, and I will swatch it for you, I promise. So again, here's the Gucci bronzer. I'm gonna go in with a light hand. Now this bronzer, as I said, has a red undertone. So I'm not gonna put it as a contour. I'm gonna put it higher up, like where the sun would hit me. It's almost like a flushed look, like you just worked out. I really like that combination. All right, so I'm gonna curl my lashes, put on some mascara. We're gonna put on a little lip gloss, and then I'll give you my final thought. Okay guys, I'm back. I have mascara on my eyelashes. It's actually 2 different mascaras, which I don't think you can really tell the difference. It's for a video that I'm gonna be doing a Which One Wednesday, comparing 2 different mascaras. So tune in for that if it's not already up, because I don't really know when all these things are gonna go up. It's much as a surprise to me as it is to all of you. So let's finish off the look with a Rouge Coco Flash from Chanel. This is in Chicness, and I really like the shade. It's just a very light, simple shade. Great for the summer. I think it's perfect for the look that we're going for today. Nice glossy lip, you know, nothing to take away from the dewiness of my face. So I really, really love the Patrick Ta. If you were on the fence about it because it looked too warm to you, or it looked too dark to you, or deep to you, it's not. I am incredibly pale. I think we've established that. And this looks great on. I'm gonna swatch it for you. I would say I haven't tried the other shades, so I can only speak for She's So LA, but it's really beautiful, and I don't have anything like it in my collection. That is, you know, a shade that I really don't have. And I don't have this formula, which is this beautiful, dewy, glowy, I just did an hour on my Peloton kind of look, which I am in love with. I mean, I think it looks really nice on my skin. It doesn't look, you know, like a blush. It almost looks, like I said, like flushed, which I love that. I think that's gorgeous. The Gucci powder, as I've said in I think another video, I really am enjoying the Gucci powder. It's fragranced, as I said, but I do like it. It's a good powder. It doesn't settle into lines, and the shade match is actually excellent for me. The bronzer I'm really enjoying. I've been playing around with it a little bit more. Because of its red undertone, the thing that I would say is it's better to use it, and someone mentioned this in one of the comments, as like where the sun would hit you. If you're a pale person and you tan, you go like a reddish undertone, at least I do. So it looks very natural. But if you put it too much like a contour, at least on a pale skinned person, it doesn't look as good, in my opinion. So what I've been doing is putting it a little higher up on the bridge of my nose and then kind of across my forehead, like, you know, when you get a sunburn. And I think it looks really good that way. So I really am enjoying it. And it's kind of funny because I don't have anything else like that in my collection. All my bronzers are either golden or cool toned. This is cool toned, but it's reddish, and I don't have anything like it. So I'm actually glad I picked it up. And when I first saw it and thought this is the wrong shade, because it's not fair, you know, I was a little off. I was a little put off by it, but now I'm actually really glad I have it. So, you know, sometimes you just don't know. So yeah, this is a really quick, easy, I think it's a very summer look, because it gives you that dewiness, that's, you know, outdoor kind of feel. It's light lip gloss, light makeup. I don't have anything on my eyelids. I have mascara and my brows done, and that's it. And sometimes that's all you want, you know? You don't need an over-the-top look to make yourself feel finished and ready for the day. So yeah, I really like it. And my final thoughts on Patrick Ta: go out and buy it. This is She's So LA is awesome. All these things, guys, though, these are fun products. These are not necessary products. When I say go out and buy it, if this is a must-have, you know, you need to make those decisions for yourself. I don't want anyone to feel like they have to go into debt or they have to outspend people to have the newest thing. That's not what this is about. This is about trying to make better decisions so that when you do buy things, you don't waste your money on things. Because none of us have just, well, maybe you do. Most of us don't have just endless amounts of money that you can, you know, spend on these things. If I didn't have a channel, I would not have all this makeup. Trust me. So, you know, if you're making decisions with your hard-earned dollars, I would say the Patrick Ta Duo is really, it's worth the price point. To me, I really think it's an excellent product. And I don't see too many other shades like She's So LA. The other shades, maybe. I don't know, I can't speak for them because I don't have them. But they seemed more, you know, I don't want to say generic because that's not what I mean, but I've seen more shades like those. She's So LA, I had not seen before. The Gucci powder, I love it. And if you're looking for a red toned, undertoned bronzer, yeah, I would say, yeah, it's probably worth it. But there are probably other ones out there, I just am not familiar with them. The price point is high, it's $62. And unless you're, you know, a collector of luxury makeup, which if you are, again, then great. But if you're not, and you're just looking for a good bronzer, check out my bronzer collection video. And there's lots of great bronzers out there. Cool toned, warm toned, golden toned, all different types of price points. So, you know, decide what works best for you. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I hope to see you in another video really soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.